Do you guys remember the movie Cloudy with the Chance of Meatballs? And he's like, oh my gosh, there's a leak in the boat. Ah! Well, that reminds me of what's going on with the Randy Records. And this information is actually no longer available. I had to pull this from the cache. So it looks like Arcade1Up has plugged this leak. But I wanted to show you this one in particular. Check out the Pac-Man Galaga one-player countercade with lit marquee and headphones. So keep that one in mind. Now, there were some other leaks that came out, of course, the Simpsons, Miss Pac-Man 40th. Keep that one in mind as well. We have Tron, and of course, we have the beloved Babycade. Of course, every parent is going to be buying this, that's for sure. But Arcade1Up now has new products at Target. So this is interesting. This is new information. Pre-orders are now available for a countercade, and it got me curious about it because take a look at the title. It's the Arcade1Up Pac-Man and Galaga countercade. So if you go back to the Randy Records, you'll see that this was a Pac-Man Galaga one-player countercade with light-up marquee and headphone. So is this real? Are the leaks actually real? We're going to be taking a look at that. So Arcade1Up Pac-Man and countercade is here. This one is interesting. It is the same title. It's got that same Pac-Man slash Galaga slash in it. It's that $149 price. And if you look at the features, it does have a headphone jack. It does have a light up marquee. So it looks like, the leaks are completely real. Maybe that's no surprise, but we can take a look at some of the features on it. They're putting the headphone jack right on the top here. So of course, this is not a real photo. You can kind of see because this looks like it's generated by a Photoshopper, legitimately that works for tastemakers. You can tell this from the switches, the on and off, and the volume. But that's what the headphone jack is going to look like. That's going to allow you to plug headphones in, and supposedly this right up here is going to be a light up marquee according to the description. And I think it looks pretty good. Of course, I would have loved a Miss Pac-Man and a Galaga because then it would echo back to that 1981 cabinet. But that's not all. They did come out with some other guides. Let's jump over to the 40th anniversary cabinet. So we take a look at this style. It's going to have the headphone jack as well. All of these are going to come, I think it's with 4 games, 4-in-1 games. So there it is, the light up marquee. You go back to that leak and you can see in some of the leaked pictures, there's the 40th anniversary. You can kind of see the look and feel and the style. Supposedly this one's going to have Wi-Fi. That's probably going to be connected for high score, Twin Galaxy stuff going on there. Going to be cool. You can, publish your results, of your high score to something like official, I guess. But anyway, Miss Pac-Man design is what we have here, and it looks very similar. And I guess this one's going to have that light up marquee. Yeah, and this one, I don't really know. It's not as much as appealing. Now, look, if you're a 40th anniversary fan or a Miss Pac-Man fan, then these things will be interesting, I guess. But this one's not super exciting. But it has the same type of thing. So what are the other things that are in here as well? Now they have the Super Pac-Man countercade, and I think this was in the list as well. And I have to say, like, if you're a fan of that design, the Super Pac-Man, like you're gonna really like this. I do think it pops. It looks really, really good. It still has that kind of shape of all of the other Arcade1Up, original design cabinets, that kind of like thin look. So it has their old signature look, and countercade for $150, they're gonna want to like get those prices down. So I get it. I guess we don't need this one to actually look like the original Super Pac-Man, but shrunk down to a countercade style. So I guess that's fine, but there's the headphone jack, light up marquee. And so what exact games it's going to come with, let's see if we can find that in the show more. See, some people are thinking that it's going to have like a battery in it. Look, we do have those games in there. So the iconic Pac-Man, and it's going to come with Dig Dug, and it's going to have Rally X. That's pretty good. That's actually a pretty good lineup. So good diversity there. Good for Arcade1Up. So the Super Pac-Man, but then the original Pac-Man, let's throw in Dig Dug, and let's throw in Rally X. That's actually really interesting. I think maybe they're listening when we said, like, give us more diversity. That's really good. I'm really impressed, actually. So now that we know that we can get the titles out of it, so we got Pac-Man, we got Galaga. let's scroll down and see what else we have. So they're talking about the headphone jack, what it's perfect for. Pac-Man, we're going to get Pac-Mania. Let's see, Galaga. Oh, and Galaxian. That's great. That's actually really, really good. Now, some people might say, like, well, if you're giving me Galaga, why are you giving me Galaxian? But I'm a big fan of both of those, especially my daughter. She loves Galaxian. That's actually really, oh, they're getting me again. Are they getting me again? They're gonna make me buy this Pac-Man Galaga because it has Galaga and Galaxian in it. Oh man. Okay, so what else do we have in here? So let's look at the 40th anniversary, and we're gonna have the games in here. And okay. So new Rally X, Mappy, yeah, they're mixing it up. These titles are good. It still has that no battery use. So some people were thinking that based on the leaks, the leaks maybe were going to be battery powered. So but it doesn't look like no battery used is in here, so it's just your standard countercade is going to plug in the wall. The idea of being able to do a battery pack, I think, is really, really cool. So there's still more things that are on the pre-orders. So we have the stools here. So and of course they've this is pretty exciting that the Polaroid, this has been out for a while, but it only has 1 star, so that's crazy. But these things are actually bigger than I thought they were going to be. I thought they were going to be really small, but they're actually kind of big. So that's kind of cool. So we're going to get the Pac-Man stool, and the reason why it's interesting about the Pac-Man stool, or like the legacy stool for that $79 price, it goes back to the Randy Records, some of these leaks that showed that exact price for that $79.99 deal here. So every single time they come out with a new release, I think they're just, I mean, it actually, this one looks really good. You see how it's like Tempest and everything? That artwork is not bad. It's actually not very bad. So anyway, what I was saying was every single time they come out with the new cabinet designs, or a countercade or whatever, we're going to see something new. And I'm actually surprised that on the countercade we're actually seeing something new. So, and everything from the release date of July 1st, what the titles are going to be, the price, the details are seem to be completely accurate with the leaks. But what I'm really excited about is what we just discovered here today together, is that the countercades are coming with a diverse set of games. Now they're still like Nambai, whatever it's called, Bandai Namco, right? It's still like the same list, but of those games that they're putting together, they're doing a diverse set of games that I think are really going to excite people on it. So if you haven't bought a countercade, they're actually not that bad. I don't play them too often, but they are fun to have, and you can kind of put them up on a shelf, and they do work, and they do play pretty well. So let me know down in the comments what you think about this, this information. And also Target getting it. That's crazy. Why aren't we talking about that? Target has all of these items on here, but they're never really my go-to place for Arcade1Up. Mainly because Walmart has those discounts, but I'm actually interested that the Target was, I guess, the first place to get these brand new countercades coming out July 1st. So that's pretty interesting. Anyway, that's all the time I have for today. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you guys on the next one. Take care.